finish is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Gets past one man. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Y'all can't talk about basic. We better know power. Mine's also dangerous. Y'all talk our way. Don't cut the nature. Got that touch my face.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out here and get them is the idea.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. A give left side for Benson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Milton. We'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
Usually in this spot, you'd hear an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you've got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. The Jets at 9-1 on the year. They've been flawless these last couple months. Winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Ready?
To throw, it's Milton. Throw left side complete. That's Stanley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now Milton. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Here's Milton. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Butker on for the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it to the post for 3 points. Game on. Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of the special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Pass knocked away by Alontae Taylor. When you talk about this Jets defense, they really played well in that win last week against Miami.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Mahomes. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. York able to send this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. A handoff here to Benson. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Fights forward at the 20. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charlie.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. When you talk about this Jets defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Milton. To his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing is Milton. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A Guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard
Let's go now.
line.
Here's Milton now to throw. That'll be checked down to Drake. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
19 tight.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A give up the middle with Benson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. That one has set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's going to be touched down here.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clark. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down in the yard. They run over center with Benson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than a partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And I think the does. They recover in the end zone. So this will go as a touchback. And, boy, you talk about going from jubilation to heartbreak, as that's a big turnover.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Back to throw. Milton. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 39.
Now a run up the middle with Drake. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a second and 2.
Get it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. On first and goal, Drake. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Milton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Here now, second and 4. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll start it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes to throw once more. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. And Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the option right is Fields. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. York able to send this one through. And that will do it for this first half. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Brings up 2nd
have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Connects with Kittle underneath. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. Open man here is Benson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
On first down, Stuckey. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Milton. Now he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19.
Now Milton. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
It's a loss of 8.
He'll wind up up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, it's Milton. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie things at 20 all. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On first down, it's Benson. Oh, what a move. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll go again with Benson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And it's third down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
On first down, Drake. Room here to run. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Jets have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Bucker is on target. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Bucker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. That one out wide and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Ready?
Up the middle they go with Drake. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And able to work his way down to the 16. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Going for it. Here's Benson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. He'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it'll be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
6 yards. That's good for a Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff for Dwayne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Okay, ready?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Milton. He'll take a shot here for Patton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. That ball caught by Harrison. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 8. 3-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Connects with Kittle underneath. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Mahomes again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
43, yellow.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's in for a Charger touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4.
Chargers 28.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go. Hup.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go.
On On the give, this is Drake. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
Hey, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.